Himalayas, darlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and start into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for liking, for sharing this video so that this message gets out to other people, so that I know that my work is being disseminated out to the masses. Anyway, I do appreciate your love, your support, and returning to watch another video of mine. I do want to mention that I am available for personal readings, and that if you want to sign up for a Capella membership, you get exclusive access to guided meditations, daily guidance videos, and a whole bunch of other awesome benefits. I'm offering a 14-day free trial for some of my memberships of the lower tier, so that you can get a taste of what I offer that I do not put out on YouTube, to help to better prepare you guys for what's coming down the pike, because the collective is going to be going through some major changes. So it would benefit you if you feel called to sign up for a membership. You can cancel at any time. You want to try it out for 14 days and it doesn't work out for you, whatever, that's fine. If you want to keep it, that's fine too. It's very easy to cancel. If you already have a membership and you feel like you want to get more out of it, because I am going to be doing live streams for members only very soon. I'm going to make a bigger announcement about that later. So if you want to not have to be put on a list on my lives and be in a more intimate environment, and I can read, I'll pull more cards with those readings as well. It would benefit you to sign up for one of the memberships that includes access to my members only live streams. Okay, check out the description box below, or go to capellawellness.com for more information on my Capella memberships. You also get free access to my mobile app, where you can access all of the exclusive content there, and you can chat with me and other people, and go check out whatever else is there. All right, I wish you guys a wonderful week, a wonderful month. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading. How are you? I hope you are doing wonderful. I hope your week is going well. I send you many blessings and much love, as I always do. All right, Libra, what we're going to do here is we're going to see what's going on with you at this time, what obstacles you were facing, what lessons you were learning to help you with your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about. We're then going to get guidance from Spirit, how to best navigate these energies, what you need to let go of, what wellness message we have for you, and lastly, what's going on with love and relationships. All right, Libra. Let's see what is going on with Libra. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Oh, okay, Libra. We have the Two of Cups. Now take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else who's watching this. Keep your unhealthy ego at the door. Make sure you're honest with yourself and your situation. So you probably know what this means. So for some of you, though, you are ready to give and receive unconditional love with your soulmate. Your light counterpart is what I call it. Your twin flame, your divine counterpart, whatever. Someone. It's a soul connection, okay? Someone you're deeply connected to by the soul. You are, you found your own cup. You've done your healing. You overcome a lot of challenges and obstacles. You are ready now to give the love that you have found for yourself to somebody else. And that other person is now ready to give the love that they found within themselves to you. But this stems from some serious healing that has been completed. All of the childhood trauma, all of the other stuff, okay? So now you're ready for this sacred union that's harmonious. There's a new beginning in love here, all right? And when I look at this card, one's a mermaid and the other one is, you know, human being. I always am reminded by The Little Mermaid, okay, right? Because Prince Eric is a human and Ariel is the mermaid. But they didn't care about that. I mean, sure, Ariel turned into a human at one point. Eric fell in love with her and was like, oh, it's a human. And he realized it's a mermaid. He's like, I don't care, right? They loved each other despite the differences. That is what true unconditional love is. Whatever happened in the past, whatever the backgrounds they had, it doesn't matter, okay? And they're both very different people, right? Even though Ariel ends up becoming a mermaid, human permanently, that's besides the point. You get what the whole point is, right? Because they fell in love with each other regardless. And this is understanding that that's true love. When you let bygones be bygones, when you let go of those differences that you have with someone. Everyone has their flaws. Everyone's got their vices or whatever, their quirks, their hiccups. But when you really look into the heart of somebody and you feel that pull and you see the divinity within them, you see them for who they really are, that's what true love is. All of this other superficial stuff goes out the door, right? Even, how they communicate love to you, or maybe the lack thereof, right? There's something about that person that just draws you in. It's very magnetic. You guys are magnetically drawn to each other. There's strong chemistry here, okay? It's very passionate too, but not passion that comes from a place of lust. It's passion that comes from like God, all right? So for some of you, you're going to have this connection. It's a new beginning in this a love that you've never experienced before. This is true love at its finest, okay? Gemini got a similar message. They didn't get the Two of Cups, but they got the Ace of Cups. So with the Sun card, the Sun does talk about a reconnection of counterparts. So I guess the energy for the air signs is like love is in the air type of thing, all right? But this is a very deeply a deep soul connection here. It's deeply rooted in the soul, is what I wanted to say. Even though both of you come from different worlds, okay? Love has no color. Love has no boundaries, right? So for some of you, you are now in sync. You are both vibrating at the violet flame level. You understand what agape is. You have that flowing through you and out of you, and that's why you're attracting each other now, because you both are at that. You're both synced up. You're both at the same vibrational alignment, okay? Because I said with the healing, you've done your healing. You've completed healing your childhood wounds. You've reconciled with your past. You're not going to go back to the past, and you guys are going to come together and be like, the past is in the past. I'm not bringing that back in here. The past was there for each of you to learn, to grow, to evolve, to forgive yourself and others. The Two of Cups is a huge thing about forgiveness, and not a lot of people talk about the Two of Cups being about forgiveness. Forgiveness is a divine state of being. That's why it's so hard for humans to forgive. Because we look at this as a 3D world thing. We still want to hold on to the past. We still have bitterness and resentment. Well, that person did this to me. That person did that to me. Did you learn a huge lesson from why that happened? You're not the only victim here. You're not even supposed to be looking at yourself as a victim. When you love yourself first and foremost, you do not have victimhood in your vocabulary whatsoever. So if you're still feeling like a victim, Libra, you're still feeling like, a little empty, you're still feeling a little hurt or something by the past, especially with like a soul connection here, you still got some healing to do. Something from your childhood still hasn't cleared yet, okay? Forgiveness is a big thing with Two of Cups. You cannot have Two of Cups without forgiveness. You cannot have Two of Cups without self-love, without healing yourself first, loving yourself first. They don't care about what happened in the past. They don't care about how different they are. They see the divinity in each other. That's why this connection that they're going to have is going to be so harmonious. It's going to be blissful. That's what true love is. They've let go of the past. They've healed their inner child. They've healed from the past with other people, their childhood, their parents, themselves, each other. This is forgiveness right here, because Six of Cups is forgiveness for me. This is a reconciliation. It's a truce. It's a union of hearts. Hearts that are being completely cleared. Heart chakras here are completely healed, guys. If yours isn't, then this is not for you. Not yet. But these two are going to reunite, and they're going to have heart-to-heart conversations with each other. They're going to be making new memories here. And they're definitely not letting the past affect them. They understand what happened between them and in their own lives had to happen to get them to prepare for this. True love is not easy to achieve. It's easier said than done. Unconditional love is easier said than done. And that comes from doing a tremendous amount of healing. Okay? The others of you, in order to get the Two of Cups, you still got to do some childhood healing. There's still some wounds that are being afflicted here. You got to learn how to be playful and love life and act like a kid every now and then. And again, adulting is crap. God did not say anywhere to live life seriously, to be tied to the 3D world. God wants us to enjoy ourselves. A lot of us lose our sense of self because we're losing our inner child to other silly things. We're not tapping into those energies. That type of energy, being more playful in life, it also frees up those energies for this to come in. Seeing things through the eyes of a child. From very early age, children, they love their parents unconditionally. They can get reprimanded. They can have their toys taken away. At the end of the day, they still love them. The kid doesn't turn their back on the kid. I mean, these are the little ones, okay? The kid doesn't turn their back. They don't say hurtful things. Now, when they get older, some of them experience that, but it's a matter of teaching the child about discipline, but that's a whole other thing. If you look at little kids, you know, sometimes something happens, one's crying, one comes over and gives them a hug. Sometimes a kid gets hit with something and then the kid apologizes. It does happen. But it's the innocence, right? That we're all divine beings. We all start off in this world as an innocent child. There's that sweetness to this. There's this lightheartedness to us. But somewhere along the way, that gets taken from us. That's what some people don't understand. That people are children of God. And you are a child of God. So whatever happened in the past with this person, Libra, you gotta let it go. If you understand what true forgiveness is, that's you having a really true understanding. Again, seeing through the eyes of love, seeing through the eyes of a child. This is you understanding that whatever this person has gone through, it was part of God's plan. Everything is part of God's plan. So some of you are going to be tested. when this person comes back and you guys have these heart-to-heart conversations, or they come back from the past, right, and they want to reconcile with you, are you going to see the divinity in them still? Are you going to forgive them for what they have done? Some of you have, some of you haven't. There's like an exchange of forgiveness here too. I keep hearing letting bygones be bygones. Because this is the ultimate love right here. People who have resentment and bitterness in their heart, who can't forgive, there's no way this ultimate love can transpire. It just is not vibrationally in alignment. Forgiveness is agape love. It's compassion. It's understanding. It's the energy of the divine feminine. Without that divinity, you can't have a divine union, right? Doesn't make any sense. So take it how it resonates. Leave what doesn't for somebody else who's watching this. Keep your unhealthy ego at the door. Make sure you're honest with yourself. It's either you'll have this or you won't. And it depends on your ability to forgive or not. It depends on you seeing the divinity in somebody else or not. And of course, they have to see that in you too, right? But for some, you understand this, which is why this reconciliation is going to be successful, and you're going to go off into this new beginning, and it's going to be very blissful and very harmonious. Because you guys are now at the same level vibrationally. It's a fresh new start for both of you. Could be engagement, okay? Because Ace of Wands can be engagement for me. This is God shedding light on this connection. This is you understanding that God is bringing you two together. And it's going to be a very passionate connection too. Very, very passionate. Okay? But God wants you to see the light in all of this. He's bringing this Ace of Wands for you to burn off any fears, any resentments, any bitterness that may be lingering in your heart space. And understanding that with this new beginning, not only is there going to be a lot of passion, but there's going to be a lot more light in it, along with a lot of unconditional love. God's allowing the two of you to start over. But that's also because you found that spark within. You saw this connection for what it was. This person lit you up. That person lit you up. I mean, you lit this person up. That person lit you up. And that was almost like a driving force for the both of you to kind of work through all of the crap so that you could be free and clear and be vibrating at the agape level to have this type of love. The others of you, you got to do what lights you up. You got to start tapping into your creative talents and abilities to create a new life for yourself, to start freeing yourself of this past stuff, this childhood trauma, so that you can call this in. Okay? Well, yeah. King of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Some of you may be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but this is water again, but it looks like somebody who has a tremendous amount of love for you doesn't necessarily express it, but that's because this King of Cups has a different love language. I would think I was talking about that with the Two of Cups. People love differently. As long as it's the unconditional love, fine. But the way I love my counterpart may very well be different from the love that my counterpart gives me. But it's still unconditional love. It's just shown in different ways. The King of Cups for me has a different love language. He tends to express his love through song, through poetry, through music, artistic, something creative, something with art, okay? That's for me. But if I feel strongly that for some of you here, your person expresses love in a very different way. They don't really like to wear their heart on their sleeve, but they love very profoundly. And they thought that that was a wrong thing. They thought that was a bad thing to do. That maybe other people in their life had told them, you need to tell me how you feel. You need to tell me how you love me, blah, 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 blah. Not necessarily, guys, because not everybody, again, has the same love language as you. Not everybody loves the same way as you. So some of you need to look at that differently. Because some of you got a little bit of father healing to do is what I'm feeling. Because maybe as a child, your father didn't tell you how they felt. And you thought that that was because they didn't love you. That's for someone. And then you run into your counterpart. Your counterpart is a little bit like your father or a father figure. And you're waiting for somebody to actually literally be vulnerable and tell you. Now, at some point, this King of Cups will express that love, right? But he's going to do it in a different way. Now, he could very well express it with words, but he knows that it's like the Extreme song, more than words. Saying I love you is not the words I want to hear from you. Because maybe other people told him verbally that they loved him, but they didn't act like they did. Those are two different things. So this person kind of kept their heart kind of closed off a little bit, almost like King of Swords. But this person didn't know how to channel that love because they would love so deeply. I'm getting strong Pisces energy for somebody. Okay? Strong Pisces energy. And usually with Pisceans, when their heart is burned and shattered, when they're told to suppress their emotions or whatever, and they have to keep it all in, they have the hardest time healing from that hurt, from that pain. And then it's harder for them to express that love verbally in most cases. But this person loves this mermaid like he wouldn't believe. But he's finding different ways to do that. Like I said, these two are very different. Very different. She loves him differently than he loves her. But it's the same type of agape love. All right? He's been thinking about this for a while. So he's getting ready to show the mermaid, or she's getting ready to show the human here how he or she loves. Again, I keep getting different love language. But there is a King of Cups here who's going to express it, but in a very creative manner, and whatever he sees fit for him. But all his life, he was told that it had to be spoken all the time, and it doesn't. He feels the love. The energy for this King of Cups is way more important than someone actually literally telling him or him telling somebody else. Again, there's a big thing with that Extreme song, more than words. Let's see what the obstacle is. What is the obstacle for Libra with this situation? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadians. Okay. See, with the Ten of Swords, there's still some betrayal and bitterness and anger from this in some of your hearts. That still needs to be cleared out. Okay. You got to release yourself from this. This is forgiveness. I told you. See, you can't have this in your heart space if you really want true love to come in. It just can't happen. There's no blame game here. There's no guilt. There's no pointing fingers. This is really about, like I said, let bygones be bygones. Some of you are like finally over it. Like you're done with something. You're done with not having that cup filled. You're done with, somebody not expressing their emotions, or you talk to them a lot and they don't actually say exactly how they feel. But who are you to tell someone to express to you how they should be feeling? Right? As I said, the King of Cups has a different love language. You need to be the one to end the suffering and the pain. Your person's love for you is not going to do it. You got to do it on your own. You got to be the one to pull the swords out of your back. So I was channeling this. So in my divine guidance, guys, if you haven't signed up for one of my memberships, try the 14-day trial, because when this came out for Friday's guidance for the 22nd, and I saw something with this card. You see how the soul's coming out? Some of you are looking at, and it could very well be your person betrayed you over and over again, or like they were backstabbing or something, or it was just so painful. Like, I just can't deal with this anymore. I'm over it. I'm done. Like, I got to get rid of these old wounds. I've just, I don't want to feel this emptiness, this pain anymore. But here's the thing. Have you learned all your lessons as to why you feel like a victim? Why you can't release this pain? Some of you are still not over a breakup. But have you learned your lessons from that breakup or previous relationships? Maybe for some of you, have you learned your lessons from the divorce that you went through? This is going to be triggering for somebody and maybe hard to hear, but some of you, whether you were divorced or not, or married or not, somebody like did you wrong. Either they cheated on you, they betrayed you, they backstabbed you, whatever. Think about this for a minute. Did you get red flags about it? Maybe. Did you see this behavior creeping up on you? Maybe. If you did, and you saw the red flags and you didn't heed them, that's on you. And when people get into Ten of Swords energy, they feel like the victim, it's because they feel like crap because they gave their power away. And some of you gave your power away over and over and over again. That's why people feel like victims. God wants you to understand that you are a victor, not a victim. As I said, you're a child of God. All right? Some of you, this is still sitting in your heart space. You cannot have Ten of Swords in your heart space if you want this union. You can't. It's not in vibrational alignment. So what I was just saying before in my daily guidance reading, all these swords here, all of these lessons you were supposed to learn, some of you still didn't learn, and you're like, I'm so done with this lesson. But did you really learn the lesson? Did you learn to forgive? Some of you, the biggest lesson for you was learning to forgive. Did you learn that lesson? Some of you still haven't. And with all of this crap that happened in your life, and I'm not saying that, like, I'm not trying to be mean here or anything, because I'm not. Okay? I'm saying this because I experienced this. When I started to realize why I kept being betrayed or whatever by people and feeling hurt all the time, it's because I was giving my power away. I was allowing the person to do it. And every time I saw the red flags, I didn't heed the red flags. I didn't listen to my intuition. And God's like, here's another lesson, Jess. Here's another lesson. I'm like, I'm so done. And then I had that epiphany. I was like, oh my God, I'm repeating the same karmic patterns. I'm not learning from my lessons, so I need to put an end to this. Sometimes God needs us to hit rock bottom, to go into the depths of the ocean to understand what the light really is, to understand the power that we have within us to change our environment, to stop this behavior from happening. And these swords are in the human body. Some of you are looking at this from a 3D perspective. When this type of energy happens in your life, your soul is never stabbed. Your soul is never bruised. It's never battered. It's your physical state. It's your 3D state. You look at it from a 3D standpoint. The swords are in the human body. They're not in the soul. It may feel like your soul's been torn apart, but how is that even possible? Because that's spirit. That's the divine. Nothing breaks the divine. Nothing victimizes the divine. Nothing. So these swords, you need to pull them out. Because at the end of the day, you were never really betrayed. You were never really backstabbed because your soul was still intact. The swords are not in the soul. They're in your back. And it's up to you to pull them out. It's up to you to really, really face the truth here and look at the lessons that you're supposed to be learning. And a lot of that has to do with releasing this to be fully healed. You cannot have this in your heart space if you want Two of Cups. There are old wounds that are still in your heart chakra, and I said it. And it's still stemming from childhood that are still there. And I get strong father healing, something with a father figure for some of you, like abandonment issues, or your father, I don't know, maybe he betrayed your mom or he betrayed the family or something. Who knows? Think about that, Libra. That's not for all of you. That's only for some of you. But there's something with a father figure here that you still need to heal from. It's festering within you. These old wounds will surface. You get triggered and then it's like, shit. And then it throws you off balance. It makes you feel like a victim again. But that's because you still haven't cleared that out yet. It's recovery time, Libra. You have to be the one to release the pain and end the suffering. Because God is waiting. Tens are about endings. God is waiting for you to release this so you can have your new dawn, so you can have your new beginning. To get to the ace. A breakthrough. A clearing. A clean slate. But for some of you, old wounds are still in your heart chakra. There's still some healing that needs to be done. Okay. For others of you, the worst is over. If you've been struggling in life, if things have come to a screeching halt, if things have been lifeless, nothing's been going on, no movement, no nothing, your soul's being liberated because God wanted you to understand your power. And even though things weren't working out and you're like, why does this keep happening? How can it get any worse? Things, again, they've come to a screeching halt, lifeless energy, drained, spiritually depleted, emotionally depleted, physically depleted, whatever this is. But you were still rising above this. All that's over now. All of those tough life lessons, all of the struggles, all that pain and suffering, it's done. You've learned about forgiveness. You learned about not staying stuck as this victim, not seeing yourself as a victim, seeing yourself through the eyes of a child, seeing the divinity in yourself and in others. You started to see the world differently, and you started to stop seeing yourself as a victim. The angels are now supporting you here, and you're going to move on to your new beginning. This tough energy here is ended for some of you. Okay? You're finally free. There's new opportunities now. They're going to be more happier, more abundant. It may feel a little sad, but that's because you realize that you overcame this. Like I said, the worst is over now. Others of you, you got to let go of what you've been holding on to. Some of you are pushing too hard. Some of you need to put the past behind you. Put the past behind you, guys. 6 of Cups. You haven't walked away from the past. Some of you haven't walked away from the past. You haven't reconciled with the past, with a father, with a mother, with a sibling, whatever this is. Whatever caused all this trauma, this like really difficult stuff in your life. You have to walk away from it. Some of you still haven't done it. Others of you have, right? You got to let it go, Libra. You got to let it go. Whoever screwed you over, you got to let it go. There's bigger lessons to be learned for why that happened, and it takes two to tango. And it's hard for people to see that truth. But until they see that truth, they're going to keep repeating the same karmic lessons. God isn't going to give true love to just anybody, especially people who can't walk away from the suffering and the pain of the past. Why would God do that when this stuff is divine, okay? I was talking about, again, the swords aren't in your soul, okay? The soul doesn't go through pain and suffering. You're a divine being. You're still stuck in 3D land thinking that like this whole pain and betrayal, whatever, backstabbing, the divorce, or whatever this is for you is not going to go away. You are responsible for that going away. You have to understand the divinity within yourself, right? You got to walk away from it. You need to release it. There's a whole world out there for you to explore, Libra. You got to understand your true power here. You got to stop staying in situations for the wrong reasons. It even could be a job. For most of you, it is a relationship. Some of you, there's a relationship you can't get over. And if it's your true counterpart, if God has ordained that bond, then it cannot be broken. And if you went through some pain with this person, some betrayal with this person, it was for God to get you to realize something about yourself, about the connection, and about your person. Okay? Think about that one. Some of you may be faking your happiness. Some of you may be pretending. Yeah, some of you are pretending to be happy when you really aren't. Because you're still emotionally unfulfilled. But whatever is not fulfilling you, you need to fill that cup up. It's not going to be the Two of Cups. You got to be completely free and clear of that Ten of Swords. You got to fill your own happiness. And then the Two of Cups will come in. And you got to let go of the past. You're emotionally unfulfilled because you haven't fully let go of the past yet, Libra. There's a huge lesson that you're supposed to learn from that. And for some of you, it's forgiveness. It doesn't mean that you condone what they did. It frees you of your karma. I talked about karmic lessons, karmic patterns. There it is. It helps you to move on. It brings more love and light into your heart space. Again, with the heart chakra, it's got to be completely clear of dark energies. The past cannot sit in the heart for you to have a new future, let alone to have a new future with your counterpart, right? It doesn't make sense. Your past is your south node. That's your karmic point. Your north node is where all your blessings are, where your true love is, where your abundance is. It's not in the past, guys. So get out of it. It's not doing anybody any good. You also affect the collective, believe it or not, when you stay in the past. When you know you got to move towards your future. And you got to free yourself of this pain and suffering. Because your energies affect the rest. And you guys have a responsibility to raise your vibration to help the rest of us heal. Okay? If you're starting to see that people you're attracting have these same issues, and I'm not putting blame, and I'm not pointing fingers, I'm just explaining something. Your energies are transferring over to those people, or you're drawing in those people who still have those hurts. When one is healed, all are healed. When you heal from this past, your person's going to heal too. And if this has to do about somebody not communicating their feelings in the way you want them to, you need to let them communicate in the way that is better for them. Okay? You may be dealing with somebody who's afraid of commitment, or maybe they were afraid of commitment. Maybe in the past, they couldn't commit to you. There's a reason for that. Go back to what I said about the King of Cups. All right? There's still trauma for the both of you that needs to be cleared. But if you want your person to heal and commit to you, because that's commitment right there, you need to heal fully first. And you have to let go of that. Especially if this person caused that. But that's a 3D thing. All right? There's something better. There's the 9 of Cups after the 8 of Cups. You got to find your happiness first. You got to be fulfilled within yourself first. Fill your own cups. Because these cups in your life, they ain't working. And you know it. Some of you, if you keep getting into inauthentic relationships, okay, even jobs, could be a job for somebody, but this is mainly relationships for some people. A relationship's not going to make you feel whole. It's not. It's you who's ultimately responsible for filling that. You and you alone. And when that happens, your vibration is through the roof. You're vibrating at a blissful level, the agape level, 98% of the time. God sees this. Even through everything that you've been through, you've forgiven everyone and everyone in yourself, and God sees this. I'm going to bring that to Libra. Again, it's why people don't get 2 of Cups in their life. It's the forgiveness factor, and they have this still lingering in their heart space from the past, and it still stems from probably a parent for some of you. You got to let it go. You will feel so much more liberated. You will feel the pain release from your heart space the moment you forgive. Because that divine energy from what comes from forgiveness is going to fill up that dark space, and watch how your life shifts. Watch how your vibration goes through the roof. Okay? Let's see what the lesson here is. What is the lesson that Libra is learning? Wow. 5 of Swords, the Hermit, 4 of Swords, Death. Wow. All these cards are usually in the upright, guys. That's not a joke. The 8 of Wands is in the reverse. Okay, Libra. Three of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. For some of you, this has to do with third-party interference. Or maybe you're listening to other people telling you, oh, you shouldn't forgive that person and this, and that, whatever, or some dark entity or some YouTube video or some other thing is influencing your decision to forgive. And I've seen this a lot with other readers, and I'm not bashing them, okay? I'm not, because they could do their own thing. But here's the thing. I am not a proponent of anyone who is saying no matter what somebody has done to you that they can't be forgiven. You say that, you are not a true divine being. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone's got trauma to go through. I wouldn't want somebody to be judging me by my past for the stupid shit that I did. It had to happen that way. Go look at my birth chart. Go look at your birth chart. Go look at somebody else's birth chart. Look at your person's birth chart. See what karma they have to deal with. See what past life stuff they have to deal with. See what their purpose is. What shit they have to go through. What shit you have to go through. So if you're being influenced by other people with regards to like, no, don't forgive them. This, and that. No, whatever, heal. Like, you know, you do your own thing and blah, 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 go date other people because that's going to help you heal, or go date other people, forget about that. If you are dating other people, again, I say trying to fill that void with another relationship or something, it's not going to work, Libra. I've been through this. God said, Jess, just because things aren't working out with your divine counterpart doesn't mean you can go date. And yes, people have free will. I can't tell you what to do, Libra, but think about this one. If your heart isn't healed fully, you will continue to attract people that you date who are not healed, and you run the risk of being betrayed again because you still haven't been able to clear that from your heart space. You still have that pain in your heart. You will continue to attract people who've got that in their heart too. That is the law of attraction. So God told me, I don't want you dating either. And I haven't dated anybody in a long time. It's been years. And I realized, oh, I'm really supposed to be doing my healing in isolation. Because what happens is you start dating other people. You don't know who they've interacted with. You don't know what their energies are really like. They're affecting your abundance. They're affecting your Two of Cups. Okay? That's why God wanted me to stop dating people. And I complied. Okay? So some of you, it's either the dating thing or you're being influenced by other friends or other people. That person has to do right by you. This, and this. Are they God? Are they speaking from their true divine selves? Are they all about unconditional love? It doesn't sound like it is. If your friends or other people are influencing this. But I get for some of you Librans, you know deep down inside what the right thing to do is with the situation. Other people are influencing your behavior, your thoughts, how you feel. Be careful with that, because even the devil gets through your friends. I've been seeing this a lot on YouTube. People are their hearts are starting to turn for the worst. And I had to do a lot of praying, just even today, because I saw a lot of that. A lot of people are changing. They're putting this back into their hearts. They're putting the past back in there. Be very careful with who's influencing you. If they're not talking about forgiveness and unconditional love and like the beauty of that, seeing the divinity in people, I wouldn't listen to them. But then again, I can't tell you what to do. That's why I put God into all my readings. Because God's the one who sees everything. He's everything. He controls everything. He's the one who brings you this. But you got to do your part to get Two of Cups. This is also for some of you to spend time alone. Some of you may be suppressing your dark emotions with going out, partying too much, drinking maybe. It's not going to help you heal. It's not going to help to release the pain either, Libra. You've got to understand the truth of the situation. And whatever friends or people you're surrounding with who are bringing you down, are they making you feel angry, like bitter? Do they say things that just get you riled up? They make you say, I'm over it. I'm done with this. This sucks. I'm tired of feeling like this. Blah, blah, blah. Guess what? The devil's speaking through them. They're putting you in a low vibrational place. A true friend would not do that. They lift you up. They give you encouragement. They get you to see things differently. They speak with the love and truth of God. So be very careful who you're talking to. Five of Swords. Unfinished business. This is dishonesty. This is betrayal. You're still hurt from this betrayal. You're still hurt from this, what happened in the past. Maybe people keep hurting you, or you keep going on dates, or even friends, or whomever. You keep getting hurt by these people, or they keep taking advantage of you, belittling you, berating you. There's guilt here too. If you continue to get yourself into these Five of Swords energies, conflicts and arguments and all of these really unpleasant energies, it's up to you to deal with it, Libra. You got to do things differently. You have to embrace change. You got to let bygones be bygones, and you got to let things go to keep yourself from being hurt even more. Because I said like attracts like. It does. This is about making amends. I know I was hurt. I know you screwed me over. But let me listen to like what happened. Let me hear you out. Let me look at this differently. Let me spend some time alone and think about this more thoroughly. Why do I keep getting hurt? Why do I still feel hurt? What do I need to do differently to keep me away from this pain and this suffering? All right? Hermit. Introspection. Do some Virgo analysis, Libra, and start looking at your life's experiences and ask you why something like this kept happening in your life, or why you continue to get hurt by this person and betrayed by this person over and over again. I said it takes two to tango, right? You're going to gain a lot of wisdom when you really go within and start asking yourself these questions. It's exactly what I did. I said this in the Gemini reading. I was going through this. I kept getting hurt and betrayed by people. Friends, people that I dated, including my counterpart. And I said, wait a minute. God's like, Jess, I need you to see something here. So God put me in isolation. He removed everybody from my life, not literally. And I did some soul searching. I said, let me think about this. What is going on? What am I doing? What do I need to do differently? I started analyzing all of my relationships, all the boyfriends that I had, to include the guy that I married, okay? To include my counterpart who I met after I was going through my divorce. I saw a pattern. I saw a karmic pattern in the people I was dating. And you know what's crazy, guys? I realized that every single one of them had a father issue, because I had something with my own father. I was repeating the same behavior. My dad is still in my life, thank God, but I won't get into it too much. I'll probably talk about it somewhere down the line, but I did not feel something from my dad. I didn't feel loved from my dad, even though my dad was there every day of my life. That's when I had my epiphany. That's when I started to realize, oh my God, I'm repeating the same things because of my childhood wounds. Some of you, that might be your exact story. So some of you got to really go within and stop fearing the worst. And stop trying to hide, or stop trying to hide who you really are. And understanding that in order to understand what the light is, you got to go through the dark. All of these things that have gone on with your relationships are to help you to grow spiritually, to achieve spiritual mastery. Healing again. You're burnt out, stressed. It's like overkill. Overkill's over there with the 10. You know, I can't. I don't want to deal with this anymore. That's because you haven't released it. You're exhausted. You're tired, especially if you're dating other people and they keep doing this to you. Libra, it's for some of you, it's because you haven't fully healed yet and you haven't released the past. You haven't released the pain of the past. Go take another look at all of your other life's experiences. You're going to find something like what I found. All right? There could even be ghosting with this. I freaking hate that word. When people ghost you, you do not know what's going on in their life. Here's an example. You say something to them, they don't say anything back. Maybe they had an emergency. Maybe they had a shitty day. And if they would have responded to you, they would have responded to you in a very negative way and they would hurt you some more. That's why sometimes people don't say anything back, especially if they're going through some dark night of the soul, they're going through some shit. Do you expect them to like come with you with a positive conversation if they're dealing with some tough stuff? Let them breathe. Let them take a moment for themselves. If you are being told by God not to talk to that person, I would listen to God. That happens to me if I get a text message. If God says, hold up on that, talk to them tomorrow, I listen. If somebody just doesn't feel like having a conversation, for whatever reason, they have to have the right to not have that conversation for you. There's nowhere in any book, any law of God that says somebody should respond to you within a day, within 30 seconds, within a minute, within an hour. There's no rule that says somebody has to respond to you when they send you a message, a text, call you, an email. You need to respect the other person's space. Okay? So if there's something that has to do with someone being silent, somebody not being talkative, you need to better understand where they're coming from. If they don't want to talk, they don't want to talk. They have every right. Do you want somebody to force you to say something? I would hope not. You could be like, this person's silent. They're in isolation. They're not talking. They're like, okay. Maybe they're going through some serious hurt. Maybe they were betrayed too. And they don't know how to handle the connection with you. Let them rest. What's also going on for some of them, they're still going through their healing. If you're not in communication with somebody, they're still going through their healing. They still need to be in solitude to to complete their healing. And others of you, you need to spend some time alone in solitude to finish your healing. Introspection right here. Take a break. Recalibrate. Rest. Go within. Do some analysis. Death card. You need to be the change you wish to see. You still got this in your heart, then this is going to continue to be in your life and you won't escape it. You got to go through the dirt, guys. You got to go through the dark in order to get to the light. You got to clean yourself up. It's like when you're trying to find buried treasure, you got to dig, right? You got to go through the dirt. You got to put your hands, get your hands dirty. Healing also involves shadow work. The deep, dark stuff within you that you don't want to come to the surface. It has to be done. To pull those demons out of you, to pull those fears out of you so that you can face them and you can finally heal from them, especially if something that has to do with a father or your childhood. This is about the transformation phase. Isolation, healing leads to healing, which leads to transformation. This is the process to fully heal from the Ten of Swords and the Five of Swords, okay? Do it differently. If you're dating, dating's not going to help you heal. If you want to be alone, you're going to have to learn how to be alone. You can't excessively party, drink yourself away, whatever this is. You know, just go have too much fun and not do the dirty work. You got to have a balance. Again, isolation leads to healing, which leads to transformation. You got to do some more cleaning yourself off. You cannot have, what's it called? You can't have caterpillar thoughts if you want a butterfly life. You've got to go through that struggle, like the caterpillar is in the cocoon, right? Goes through the metamorphosis phase, does all that crazy stuff, and then when you see them struggling, have you ever watched that? Coming out of the cocoon, you have to go through the struggle. If you want to have to be that butterfly, if you want to be free and clear, if you want to spread your wings, you got to go through it. You got to get dark and muddy and mucky. Get down to the bottom of it, Libra, and you will purge that out. And you will make those profound changes, and you will see the profound changes in your life. And with this Eight of Wands, you're stalling. Some of you are stalling with regards to your transformation, your awakening. You don't want to be alone. You're afraid to face your fears. You're afraid to go back to the past and realize, oh my God, my childhood was traumatizing. I don't want to go back to that. But you're going to have to, Libra. It's what I had to do. It's what a lot of us had to do. To get your wings, you're going to have to go through that darkness. To feel free, you're going to have to go through this isolation phase. You got to understand, go through the dark to understand what the light is. What are you so afraid of? The past coming back? Some of you are slowing down. Some of you may have already been on this journey. You're on a roll, and all of a sudden, I don't know, you're afraid to face that deep, dark place that you haven't really gone into. You're putting your healing on hold. You're causing your own delays here. You're not focusing. You've lost momentum. You're slowing down. You're stalling. You don't want to dig in to that past because I know it is painful. It hurts. But you got to face it and deal with it and forgive whoever caused that in your past and let it go. Your heart chakra will heal. Your soul, your being will heal, okay? It's time for you to take action on this, Libra. It's not easy to face your demons, to face your fears, to face that truth. It's not. But you will be completely transformed when you do it. And you will see your true potential. You'll be able to fill the fullness of your destiny, and you will become that phoenix rising from the ashes, this very powerful individual. Death is Scorpio, ruled by Pluto. Pluto is all about power. It's all about your personal power. So for the others of you, somebody's here to reconcile. They will gonna come in because there's unfinished business. They're gonna put everything on the table. There's gonna be a reconciliation from all the stuff that was all the betrayal or the dishonesty, the belittlement, the hurt stuff, all that. You guys are coming in together to talk about this. There is communication coming in out of nowhere. Somebody's ready to communicate because somebody was stalling. First of all, because they didn't want to they didn't want to feel defeat. They didn't want to be rejected. They didn't want to get hurt. But it looks like this person is overcoming that because they've been in hermit mode for a long time. They've been doing a lot of healing because you've been doing a lot of healing. There's a huge change in this connection. It's transitioning to something better, right? The Two of Cups. Both of you are not the same people that you were, right? You've overcome those differences, but you still love each other the same. You just have to get into alignment with your higher selves and get in alignment with that love. So there's going to be a huge change in your relationship status for some of you because you've finished your transformational stage. There is a meetup happening, a date, a get-together. You're going to be celebrating life. I don't know if I said at the beginning of this reading, but anyway, you're going to have some fun now because the worst is over. Like a lot of this dark healing work, being in isolation for a long time, being silent, being like not stagnant, but being, the healing through isolation, right? Which led to transformation. As I said, it's been completed. Okay. You guys are now going to be, reconciling. The conflicts are going to be resolved. All right. Because there is a reconciliation here. There is a reunion. Okay. All right. It's the end of delays, I'm hearing. As well. Okay, guys, let's see what guidance we have for you. What guidance do we have for Libra? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Syrians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. So yeah, guys, there's some of you got to do some serious transformation work, some serious metamorphosis, some changes. If you want Two of Cups to come in, you're going to have to face your demons, face your fears, and start purging that stuff out, and start reconciling with your past. And the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords has got to be cleared out. What guidance do we have for Libra? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Syrians. Protection. You, your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven. Rest. See? You've been working hard. Take a nap and get some rest. Four of Swords. Look what's poking out there. Stay optimistic and father healing. See? I said for some of you, there's still some father healing that you got to do, or you got to start it. Oh, I turned right to it. Protection. Your prayers, which ask for safety and protection, have been heard and answered. Any attacks or threats are now a thing of the past, washed away with the tide of heavenly love. This love is clearing away your insecurities so that you can feel totally secure. When you ask heaven to watch over you, your loved ones, your home, your possessions, your prayers are instantly answered. There's no hesitation or delay on heaven's part. It's done as soon as you ask. Your energies can now be directed in meaningful and creative ways with your mind clear of worries. Enjoy your day. See, I was talking about, it says attacks, any attacks or threats are now a thing of the past. That's why I was saying for some of you with these friends or other influences, the devil was getting to these people to get you to think differently, to get you to go the other route. It's been happening a lot, okay? I know the devil's been trying to get me the opposite direction, but he's not even close. There's no way he's ever going to succeed ever in the history of his life. Anyway, this card asks you to slow down, rest, and be very gentle with yourself right now. Can you cancel your appointments today or for part of the day and take a nap? By drawing this card, you're urged to let go of unnecessary activities and to focus on self-renewal. Give yourself a hug, look in the mirror, and say, I love you. I promise to treat you with the respect and care that you deserve. You are wonderful. No rushing or time urgency is allowed today. This is a day of sweet kindness where you treat yourself as gently as a baby cradled in your arms. Get some rest today, guys. Take it easy. Spend some time alone. Hermit mode. Maybe you need to be in hermit mode for a few days. Whatever God tells you to do. It's time to rest. Recalibrate. Rejuvenate. And dream big. Let go of small thoughts about yourself. See yourself succeeding. All right, let's see what what you need to let go of. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian series. Please reveal to us for our highest good. What does Libra need to let go of? Please and thank you. Explore life and create your own experiences. Let go of being normal. I talked about expansion, exploring other things out there with that Eight of Cups energy. Go out there. Create your own experiences, right? Spend some time in isolation. Take a rest, take a breather, and start having some more fun on your own for some of you. This was then. That was then. This is now. Let go of last year, last week, and yesterday, and live in the moment. See? Let go of that past, Libra. Again, let go of all aversions. Meet every challenge and flow with life. Okay, let's see what your wellness message is. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians. Please reveal to us for highest good. What wellness message do we have for Libra? Thank you. Wow. Wasn't I saying see the divinity in everyone and in yourself? Recognize the divine in the mirror. The crown chakra, blue lace agate. Agate can be a crystal that will help you with this, okay? Some of you, your crown chakra is blocked. Do some crown chakra healing. Listen to the frequencies, eat purple foods, whatever. What was I going to say? If you're a member, if you have a Capella membership, go look into the guided meditations channel, my Capella meditation healing channel, and in your membership, and start working on this. This will help. Expression. Express your true self. The world needs you. Throat chakra, lapis lazuli. It's right here. You need to speak your truth and not be afraid of it. Okay? If I'm not mistaken, this also affects the thyroid. Maybe somebody has a thyroid problem. I don't know. That just came out of nowhere. As this says, some of you got to do some throat chakra clearing. Okay? I have that on my meditation channel too in the Capella memberships. So we got crown chakra and throat. Bottom of the deck. Yep. More crown chakra. Tourmalated quartz. Oneness. You are part of the universe and always will be. See what I was talking about? Your energies affecting the collective. Okay? It's not just about us. It's about everyone. And the more that we face our fears, if we do our healing work, the more everybody else is going to be healed. We're here to participate in the healing of the world, Libra. Watch how everyone starts to raise their vibration when you raise yours and you do your healing. You are part of the universe. You are one with the universe. You are a divine being. You're a child of God, as I was saying. Alrighty. Let me get the Whispers of Love cards out. All right. What is going on with love and relationships for Libra, spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Choose love. You always have choice. Make yours with love. I love you. These are powerful words. This is also what you need to say to yourself. Bottom of the deck. I love this. It's relationship patterns. See? It takes strength to recognize the need for change. You guys keep repeating the same patterns. It's time for you to change that up now. It's time for you to do things differently. It's going to take a lot of strength and determination to do this, but you can do it. All right? All right, 20 and 21. Progress, guys. I love you. Powerful words. Whether you are addressing a pet, a friend, your partner, or yourself, these are the most important words you can say. Do not hold these words in. Giving them often and freely will not take their power away. Be ready and willing to say, I love you. Recall the last time you expressed love for yourself. Do you love who you are? Do you avoid thinking about how you feel about yourself? Expressions of love are powerful for anyone to receive, including you. Take a moment to acknowledge what an incredible person you are. Declare, I love you. Let that love emanate from you out into the world. A golden-hued angel clasps her hands over her heart and gazes into the heavens. She is a reminder that angels do watch over you. If you are not in a loving space, the angels can help by saturating you with unconditional love. The golden color of the angel could denote the chakra, sacral chakra. This is the chakra of relationships, feelings, emotions, and identity. Clear and balance your sacral chakra. That's another chakra. Third eye and throat and sacral. That some of you need to clear. Okay. You know what's funny about this? Because I said saying I love you are not the words I want to hear from you. So that's still kind of resonating. Even though these are powerful words, what's happening is that for somebody here, saying I love you has been very hard for them to do because, again, other people probably said that to them and maybe they were abusive or they didn't act like they loved them, okay? But that's also for them to understand that they can say that every now and again. But what I'm also saying is that you don't always need to hear these words all day, every day, right? Because it gets complacent. It gets it's boring. It loses its luster in a sense, right? Some people have abused these words. So while they are powerful, say it when it is really meaningful. Don't be saying it just to say it, okay? And again, you don't always have to hear this because I did say the King of Cups has a different type of love language. Now, the King of Cups also does have to say, be able to come forward and say, I love you, but it doesn't mean that the King of Cups has to say it all the time, all right? Choose love. You are constantly making choices. When you choose love, negative feelings have no place in your heart. Telling and retelling a negative situation will not heal it. Surround the situation in love. Choose to see your responsibility and focus on love. This card relates to your perception of your world. Do you blame your environment for what is going on in your life? This culpability could include your fate, your belief system, your life experiences, or your parents. Regardless of what has or will go on in your life, you always have a choice. It may not be easy, but choosing to love and be loving is your best option. You are in control of how you feel. The silhouette of a woman's face is a backdrop to various images and memories. You can decide how you remember the events in your life. If you wish, you can reframe your thoughts to find love in all situations. Kind of what I was talking about. All right, let's look at the bottom of the deck. Consider the patterns that drive you to attract certain people into your life. You may find the next person you meet has similar qualities to your last partner. This is what you are energetically attracting. What was I saying, guys? Once you learn the lesson, you will be able to attract healthier outcomes. It may be helpful to share the disappointment or pain from the past, whether from your current relationship or another period in your life. Be honest with yourself and address situations as they happen. Acknowledge that you can no longer stifle your feelings. Know your strengths and your triggers. See your past relationships as opportunities to grow and figure out what makes you happy. You have a better chance at a lasting relationship when you have self-awareness. Avoid idealizing past relationships as they can hold influence over future outcomes. Love will not magically make you feel worthy or happy unless you have achieved those values for yourself. A beautiful woman holds a hand mirror. She looks down at irises and a maiden playing a harp. The purple irises depict wisdom and power. It is time to cull through residual emotions of past relationships. It is time to break your precedents. The harp is about striking a chord of truth in yourself. That's what I said. You're repeating the same karmic patterns. Deep down inside, you know it. Okay? It's time to end this, Libra. It's a 10. It's got to stop. You got to clear this out. Choose love in everything that you do. Love is the only thing that's going to heal. Forgiveness is also what heals. That ties into the unconditional love. Your love life will definitely change when you follow that guidance, okay? I hope this helped you, Libra. If you would like a personal reading or if you would like to try out my 14-day free trial for my Capella memberships, they will help you with these readings. You get access to my guided meditations with the chakras and everything else there, okay? Daily guidance videos. You get access to my Capella Cove, which is on my private mobile app. You get free access to the mobile app. All you have to do is sign up for my website. You get a passcode to access the app. It doesn't cost anything for you to access the app, but you can access all my exclusive content on that application there. You will also be entered for a free drawing every month to get a free reading from me. I will be holding members-only live sessions, okay? Only certain tiers I have those options for. But there are a lot of tiers there that you could choose from, and some of them do have the free trial for 14 days. Okay? There's other stuff in other tiers that may be beneficial to you, but go check them out. The link for those memberships is in the description box below. If you go to capellawellness.com, just click on the link that says Capella memberships, or check out the other services that I have. I do have that ancestral pattern healing in my healing section of my Capella service suite. If you do have father healing to deal with, or relationship healing, I have a really nice relationship healing reading there too, to clear out those patterns. Okay, so any questions you may have, let me know. Check out the free trial. You have nothing to lose. All right. Yeah, anything you need, send me an email if you have questions about the memberships or anything of the like, and that will be it, okay? Okay, Libra, that concludes your reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating the thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.